Hi Leo, this is your general tarot reading for Leo Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of July. And this means, of course, drumroll, 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 brrr, that for some of you it's your birthday. So, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday beautiful Leo, whose birthday's in July. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday Leo. This is the start of it all kicks off. Leos, this is the big time now. And as we always do, we'll shuffle the cards and see what is in these birthday cards for you. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that you might be feeling as we go through this month. So here's what we know. We know that there's that big Capricorn full moon as we leave June and enter in July. And you've already felt it, I'm guessing. And that's the energy of the 6th house, which is there'll be a moment where you will look around and say, do they not know that my birthday season is coming up? I'm going to have to look good for this. I'm going to have to go out and get something new to wear, something to look good in. And maybe I also need to clean up a bunch of stuff, because if I'm going into my new fabulous Leo world, the new version of me, then I have to tidy shit up. So it's like I have to tidy stuff up and let stuff go, let stuff die. What kind of stuff are you going to be letting go of? Well, the first thing you can let go of is your vice grip on that chocolate cake. You can let go of that. You can let go of maybe far too many cocktails, far too many cosmopolitans or beers or whatever it is you drink, far too much of the wrong stuff. You see, this is a month just before Leo season really kicks off, my love. This is where you will really want to round things off and get rid of all the stuff that just doesn't work for you anymore. So, yeah, look, Leo, look. I adore it. I adore it. I freaking adore it. For the start of the Leo birthdays, we get your ruler, the sun. The sun, the sun, the sun. And the sun is coming, baby. The sun is coming. Hold on, now that your hands are free because you've dropped all those cocktails and chocolate cake, you can hold on to this. The sun is coming. And you are transforming yourself to be spectacular when your little sunshine glow is about to start shimmering. I love it, Leo. I love it. I love it. So yeah, you'll be cleaning things up, and even toxic people. We were saying toxic habits, bad habits, cleaning all of that up. And there's toxic things maybe in your work life. Maybe systems that are happening in work, bad bosses, gossips in work, people that are just driving you nuts in the workplace. They can go too. Any bad people can go. I mean, you can now reach for your can of bitch be gone and yeah, they need that bit extra. Extra always needs extra. Yeah, they can all go. They can all take a dive because you're not interested anymore, Leo. You are shaping yourself up, taking it seriously, getting a structure on in your work life and with your health, with your diet, with your exercise, in order to start looking good now, because you know that you're entering soon into Leo season. And that means that you're starting fresh. You're starting over. And you want that. And you want to look good, of course. Of course, of course, when you're doing that. So we have the sun there in the 12th house. Okay. And maybe this is talking here about that. The 12th house is where we really leave things behind. We leave them in the dust. We let them go. We surrender. And we say, what's staying is staying, and what isn't staying now can go away and never come back. In terms of relationships, it's the same. People, friends, anyone around you, there is this big cleanup where if they are causing you any pain, any trouble, where if they're dulling your shine in any way, Leo, then they've got to go. And the 12th house is where you put them. Far, 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 far away. Far away from you. You don't want them near you. I wouldn't blame you. So there is that energy. Now the 12th house is also very psychic. So just in case you think you're going mad because you're having little psychic moments, you're not going mad. Leo, you're just tuned in. Very tuned in. And as a fire sign, it's a particular style of being tuned in. It's very, you can sense instantly in your whole body, in your whole aura, in every fiber in your being, you can sense when something is not right. And that's what you'll be doing. You'll be using your psychic senses this month, my love, to tidy up and clean out all the things that are just not right. Toxic. They're toxic. I don't know why I'm singing Britney Spears. Now, here we have 2 more cards coming out. It's the 4 of Pentacles. Now, this is quite a Capricorn card, and we do enter the month with the moon in Capricorn. And that is really giving you that extra helping hand to put a great big structure and to take shit seriously when it comes to your diet and your exercise and all those nasty toxic people that might be in your workplace. Another beautiful fire card hopping up beside that, and it's nice. It's nice. What else is going on? Lots going on this month, Leo. You have a bunch of energy there happening for you in your first house, of course. You have Mercury in Leo. You have Venus in Leo. And then later on the 22nd of July, you will have the Sun in Leo. Didn't I tell you the Sun is coming? And then Mercury, of course, will start retrograding there in Leo also. So this is all eyes on you. All eyes on Leo. All about you. All about you. Your communication is just there. You're getting braver to speak up and say exactly what you feel about certain situations, probably most likely in your workplace. And you're getting heard, because your communication is very effective this month, Leo. Venus in Leo, you're beautiful. And this kind of health regime, I won't say diet, because we don't go there. We don't go there. But I will say at least your health regime, getting yourself looking sparkly, shiny, that's where you're at. I mean, some of your pre-birthday gifts could be gym memberships. They could be something that physically makes you look hot. Hot as the sun. I mean, do you get any hotter than the sun? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe you do. Don't get all technical on me, Leo. The sun is hot. Okay, what else do we have going on there? Jupiter is going direct in your 4th house of comfort, home life. Taking things easy, enjoying the pleasures of this world, the food, the drink, the getting back into that lovely, gorgeous Leo space where you are just floating on air. You're on fire, but floating on air. So you're like a little fireball. And that is nice. Things that are happening in your home. If you've been worried about issues within your home, the magician. You see, for every birthday party, we have to hire the magician. And out he came. So, ta-da! Your first magic trick comes out in the cards. So he came out as we were talking about home. Maybe a little bit of magic could be happening within the home. Home magic. Some of you have been worried about issues about your home. Maybe the magician is casting a little bit of good luck there, because Jupiter going direct, it will be the expansion of good luck. Gifts, perhaps, in your home. Yeah, maybe a party at home. That would be nice. Certainly nice food, entertaining at home. That could be a big thing too. Inviting a large group of people to come dine with you. What else have we going on? Lots and lots and lots. The new moon, 13th of July. Partial solar eclipse. Yes, partial solar eclipse. So you're going to feel this, Leo. And that is happening for you in your 12th house. So this is real psychic stuff going on for you this month, my love. And like I said, don't think that you're losing it. You're not losing your shit, Leo. You're not. You're just tapping into something deeper in order for you to open that big garbage can so that you can throw all those unnecessary people away, unnecessary stresses away, and maybe throw last year away a little bit. I know you want to keep some parts of it were nice, but you got to get rid of the old. Out with the old and in with the new. Oh, look at this. Another Mercurial card. We've the Magician and the Lovers coming out. Strong Gemini influence happening here in the cards, Leo. 2 of Swords going on there. Well, at the end of the month, we have a full moon lunar eclipse happening in your house of partnerships and relationships. And the whole month will be kind of tainted, or is that the right word? Coloured by this, okay? And it's to do with relationships. That is one thing you certainly want to see going in that 12th house trash can. Some of the people who really let you down, some of the people who left you hanging, that's it. Because there's an element here with the 12th house of being left hanging with your mouth open. You know, people who have kind of, ooh, yeah, that hits home. Card just jumped out onto the floor there. Somebody did leave you hanging, Leo. And the Chariot, this is Cancer season and this is a Cancer card. Did a Cancerian leave you hanging? Maybe let's see. Could have been a Gemini left you hanging. Or maybe you're torn between a Gemini and a Cancer at the moment. Okay, so the relationships issue here is big because it's telling you that you really need to grow far more independent of your current relationships. You're quite an independent person, Leo, but maybe there's an element where you have been leaning too heavily on other people to get ahead in your world. Now look, we all need people. People are great, they help us out. But you recognize this, you see your super 12th house, super psychic senses are just heightened here. You might be able to see points where you might feel a little bit embarrassed that you might have leaned a little bit too heavy on your relationships. Or you might feel that they disempowered you somehow, and it's time to get your bloody independence back, Leo. Yeah, so that you're ready when the sun comes. Yeah, we're waiting on this last card. Is this a thing? Are we talking about this? Somebody, a relationship left you hanging and you just want to slam that door. Slam it shut on people who disrespected you. Slam it shut on people who... What's the word? I'm going with... I can feel something here. People who went back on their word. People who said they were one thing and turned out to be another thing entirely. People that you never want to see again. Ever, 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 ever again. Yeah. You can forgive them. You'll forgive them, but it's time to move on. Where am I going? That was quite a moment. I felt that, Leo. You're ready to let something go. Last card. Come on, these are your birthday cards, baby. I want to give you a birthday card. Ooh, and here we go, the last card. Lunar eclipse in Aquarius. And here's Aquarius with her big sword, chopping heads. Heads will roll. Relationships have to come to an end. Not all relationships, don't panic. You don't have to go through your little contact section and try to delete everybody. It's not about that, but you certainly are. Delete, 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 delete those toxic people from your life. And that is the gift that the lunar eclipse is going to bring. And in doing that, there might be a moment where you feel left hanging. Sometimes we hold on to bunches of toxic people, Leo, because it's better to have them than nothing at all. I know. We're human. Shit like that happens. But there is something better for you out there. in terms of partnerships, relationships, you know, love relationships, business partnerships, anybody that you would consider somebody that you have a one-on-one with, somebody that you trust to give you positive feedback, things like that, or maybe groups of people that you trust to give you positive feedback. Maybe they let you down and you want to let go of them. You want them out of your environment. Yeah, you want them out of your environment. And it begins July. The universe is giving you this first gift, Leo, of cutting those bitches out. Ta-da! Your birthday card from the universe. Comes with its own sword and very, very wrathful queen. Right, so let's begin, Leo. Leo. Here we go with the grand overview, as if by magic. Ta-da! Yeah. Anyway, we start with this great big transformation that's happening for you. Operation Transformation. You are really, you're changing something up with your appearance. You're taking it more seriously. Diet, exercise. You're on a regime. You're boot camping. We're on Leo boot camp season at the moment before your great reveal for your birthday month. And this is it. You're working hard, transforming your life, transforming everything in your life. Spring cleaning, dusting it down and letting it go. And the reason you're letting it go is because, of course, everything has to be clean, fresh, shiny and sparkly for the sun to come in. I mean, you don't open your curtains and see the sun come in through dirty windows. You've got to clean that shit down so that when the sun comes in, it can cast its glow in all corners of your life. And that's what the spring clean is for. That's why you're tidying yourself up and making yourself look good. And when the sun, look at that. I just have to hold this up. The old is dying and the sun is coming. Look at the contrast. Look at the contrast. But you know, look what, if you see this card, look what he's doing. Death here is represented as a noble knight, somebody who's on a mission. Now, I know not everybody would probably want his job, but all in all, what we're still getting from the card here is that he is a noble. On this white horse, Death rides a pale horse, of course he does, but here we see him trampling over people, trampling over things, trampling even over self-righteous bitches. Yeah, righteous people. He's even doing that. People who their beliefs don't work for you anymore. What they believe about you is no longer true, and it has to die. Yeah, the reflection of other people, how they saw you now has to die, and that's what he's coming in to do. He's coming in to just trample all over them and say, make way, royalty is coming, make way. Yeah, stand back, stand aside, because this beauty is coming. Now you'll see there are 2 white horses in these cards. So it is exactly for you, Leo. First, the white horse rides, makes a clear path for you, cleans your life up, cleans your space up. And he has the heraldic flag, the royal flag, and says, out of the way, none of you are more important than what's coming here. And then following on in the entourage is the real royal white horse with a little naked baby. That's supposed to be you, Leo, the child, the spirit, really, the embodiment of the sun. You're not childish. That sounds like I'm saying you're immature. It's not that. It's more like the spirit of the time is carefree. It's not weighed down with anything. See, he's naked. It's not... It's just free as a child would be, to play, to have fun, to have joy, to really get the sun shining on him. You see, how is he ever going to get a bit of a suntan unless he's naked? Because the sun has to shine on him. And that's you, coming out in all your glory. I adore that, Leo. I have to say that's quite an esoteric coupling here. So you're going to feel this strongly. I know I'm teasing, maybe I'm making some jokes, but you're going to feel it strongly, and it's powerful. And who else will bow down before you? I tell you, new lovers perhaps, because you do have a moment of self-reflection this month where you look back on the year that's passed since your last birthday, and you'll say, well, yeah, how have I done? So you'll be weighing things up, analysing, as the sixth house there also says, and seeing how far you've come. And you'll be quite happy, because I see this guy is happy. He's dressed for a party, which is what you're getting ready for too, getting your finery ready to have a party. And he's got a glass in his hand. So consider him the first guest that arrives at your birthday party. He's probably too young to drink alcohol though. But still and all, it's the first guest that's arriving. And you might have some early guests arriving to celebrate your birthday. Yeah, pre-birthday parties. And then before the royal party, of course, the official royal party. What we have here also is somebody, which it's quite sweet, Leo. For those of you who are looking for love, you might find a very shy person, somebody that's not very flamboyant, but secretly likes you. And you might find that this month they start kind of letting you know that they like you. So a little bit of flirtation is happening. It's like the first little bud of new love is coming. I love it for the singles. For those in a relationship, what you're finding here is that love is coming back into your relationship. You'll get a moment as you're really starting to feel the power coming back into your life, Leo, that your partners and people around you might start flirting again a little bit with you, giving you the little eye, and you might again just go back to the times when you had fun together and be silly again, be a little bit immature again. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Be a little bit immature again for those in a relationship and do silly things. And like I said, for those waiting on love, it's somebody who's quite shy, that they have their eye on you, and they may be offering you little hints. And now that you've stuff going on, the sun in the 12th house, yeah, the sun beside water, so it's psychic, you might be feeling that a little bit, that you're getting the hint finally that they like you. And I think you like them too, actually. Now here we see you standing up, independent. This month could be for some of you a real moment where you get your independence back. And it doesn't mean for everybody that you're kicking your partner to the curb. What it does mean is that you're pulling back a little bit and regaining your independence, bringing money in too, bringing more cash in, cash coming in from some talent that you have, from some knowledge that you have. You're skilled at something, you have a natural, you're a natural at something, and it involves having a sense of wisdom, and you can bring in some money doing this, and I think you will. It's also the card of learning. So there might be a moment, Leo, where you are taking seriously the idea of going further with your education. This comes up for you sometimes. I think you are really, you're at a point where you're saying, I deserve more money. I deserve the best in my life. I deserve more. I deserve everybody to see me shine and sparkle. Now, I'm guessing that in order to do that, what I have to do is excel at something, which is what you're best at, excelling. So you want to excel, Leo, and you might realize that in order to do that, you might have to go back to school and get some sort of official accreditation for something. Maybe. Otherwise, you can just, this month, begin to use your fabulous Leo charm, as you always do. But certainly there is something that you're very skilled at, and you might find that this month people are recognizing you for being outstanding in your field. Like the literal suggestion of this card, he is outstanding in a field. Yeah, sometimes it is like that. It is. Now, you're growing independent. Money is, you've extra money, independence, and money is coming, independent money, extra money. And what you're doing here, under the influence of Capricorn, because this is quite a Capricorn card, you are building a better structure around your money, taking it seriously, analysing it, kind of making, like a birthday promise. This month, I'm not going to throw all my cash away at stupid things. This month, I'm going to rein it in and save a little bit. I don't know, maybe last year for your birthday, you had a big party, or maybe you did something last year that cost a bunch of money, and you're saying, okay, no, this month, my birthday present to me is to get serious about this, to get serious about my money and not spend it too crazy. And you know what I'll say too here, Leo? This is also the card of poverty consciousness. I think there's one thing you can do for your birthday. You can give yourself a birthday gift of stepping out of a type of poverty consciousness. I know things have been weird for you for a while. I know they have. I know you've Saturn and Pluto there in the 6th house too, in there with the moon as we enter the month. I know things got heavy and weird, and with your health too. And it's diminished you. This is the card of feeling diminished, smaller, less than, reduced, half price. But you're not, there's no discounts with you anymore. You're not half price. You are a luxury item now, Leo. And you've got to start remembering that you are. You can still have control over your finances. It's like, this time I'm doing it differently. I'm going to remember that I'm a luxury item. I am a luxury person, a luxury soul. I am of high value. I'm high end, but I'm not going to spend like I'm high end. You know what I mean? Maybe you could be also saving up for something, Leo. It's like... you're saving up in July for something, saving for your education, saving money, putting money away because you have a smart use for it. But certainly learning the value of money this time round, you know what that means. Now the Page of Wands, another page, you have 2 pages there. You see all the nobles turned up for you. Death, he's a noble. The Sun, of course, the noble. The Page, a noble. The Magician, the court jester, he's another noble. The Queen of Swords, yeah. You've all the nobles turning out for the beginning of your season. And he's no different. The Fire noble. You've had the Water noble, the Intuitive noble, and now here comes the Fire noble. Somebody who is alive, invigorated, enthusiastic, fun to be around. And this is what you're going to be, Leo. You're going to love this whole thing of July coming in, July, August, because you're getting your groove back on. And this guy has his groove. Look what he's wearing. This is not a shy person. He has the best of the best. He's dripping in gold. This is you, gold represented here. It's an alchemical gold, where you have gone through since your last birthday so many changes that now as you enter July, August, you are transformed, and that's what the gold symbolizes here. But he's also got some nice orange kind of pants going on there, and his hat. Well, it is a royal party. It is a royal birthday. Of course you have to wear a hat to this. All the royals here are wearing hats or crowns, so I expect nothing less, Leo. But, teasing aside, this is the card of you realizing that you've come quite far in your plans. You've come through the worst of something, you've come far, and you are beginning to blossom. This card pages always represent the beginning of something blossoming. Your creativity is blossoming, your passions are blossoming. So it's the first moment where you begin to see your wonderful skills and talents emerging. And when they do, here comes Hermes, the birthday magician, the royal trickster. And what he's doing, he's saying, you've completed your, say, astrological year. You've completed it. Now where do we go next? And he'll give you riddles to solve, puzzles to solve. He'll have you scratching your head saying, well, what do I do now? And he is pointing you in the right direction. So use the sun in your 12th house to listen to him. And like I said to you at the start of the reading, you're not going mad if you get these crazy ideas. Crazy ideas come from this guy. He's the one that you should listen to because he's pointing you in the right direction. Now he seems to be, before I go, this is a Gemini card, the influence of Gemini. Now where is he pointing you towards? So he's pointing down. He's saying, I'll show you this. He's saying, baby, here's your choice. If you watch Hermes, he's pointing up and he's saying, look, if you want to be on the up, you have to be more like him. You have to embody your fire energy. You have to be more glowy. You have to get your glow back on. You have to look good. You have to look smart. You have to present yourself and remember who you are and to be independent, not depending on other people. Was there a thing? So every time I say that, it stops me in my tracks. You had to depend on other people and it was humiliating for you. Now, the other people might be nice, but it's a little bit embarrassing now. You want to be able to stand up on your own 2 feet. It's getting a bit awkward now. And this is what Hermes is pointing to you this month. He's saying, yeah, it's getting a bit awkward that other people are supporting you in some way, or your relationships are support. Maybe you know what I'm talking about there, Leo. You'll identify it, but it's about standing on your own 2 feet, holding your head up high. See, he's holding his head up high. So Hermes is saying you can choose that, or on the flip side, he's pointing down. Or you could stay with this poverty consciousness thing and think that you're being left out of everything, believing that nothing good ever happens to you. The party's going on in here and you're outside, not so much in your glad rags, but in your sad rags. And he's saying, which do you choose, baby? Because the road is opening for you now. It's beginning to turn. And Hermes is standing at this crossroads with you. And he's saying, you choose. Where to now? Because it's what you desire, it's what you wish for, it's what you now accept in your life. Hold your head up, be regal, be noble, get your groove back on, or stay feeling like you're left out in the cold and rejected. Stay feeling in this locked thing of poverty consciousness. And you're saying, well, I am bloody in poverty consciousness. Money's not coming so easy. I mean, I'm in poverty consciousness because I've been there. I'm poor. It's not so much that, Leo. It's about your state of mind. And your state of mind is the first port of call for what happens next. If you believe that you can now hold your head up high as an independent person and move out with your passions, your desires, whatever it is you're pushing forward into the future now, if you believe you can do that now with your beautiful dignity, then that's where you're going. If you say, well, this is my life, I may as well stay on this road, I'm poor, nothing will ever change, I'm always left out, I'm always ghosted, I'm always on the outside looking in, then that's what you're generating. You will generate more of that. We need your initiative. You see, if you look up there at the spread, you'll see the sun is on top of him. So the sun is shining down. So really, it's probably best to choose this route. What you have is a magic wand here in his hand, and the sun is igniting this magic. Yeah. So even if money is a situation now or is a problem now, it's what you're changing here that will transform everything. It's what you're bringing now. Let this die. Let this kind of negative attitude stuck in every time, forever me stuck, never having the type of money that I want. Let that be one of the first things that dies. Now again, another Mercurial card. Here we have again the influence of Gemini. And Gemini is saying, this is a great time. The Lovers is all about bringing something together. Now, it's quite like the 6th house energy that's starting this month, of separating all the parts of your life out, looking at them objectively and seeing what stays, what goes, what you need to keep now, and what goes in the trash. So this is a puzzle that needs to be solved, and the energy of this card is about solving such puzzles, taking things apart piece by piece, untangling them, unraveling them, so you're able to see all the inner workings of the mechanism of your life. And once you do that and get a pen and paper and be practical and say, this corner of my life isn't so strong right now, this corner of my life is very strong, so how can I balance this up? You know that game, The Sims, where the characters, if they're very, very hungry, they fall on the ground, because you see on their little energy bars that their energy is low, so you need to feed them, or they need to sleep or something. Consider that exercise a bit like this month for you, Leo. Watch all your little sim bars in your life, your sociability, your love life, your relationships, how you're nourishing yourself, are you getting enough sleep? Things like that. All of those things, once you elevate all those bars and get a little plan together to make that happen, then you'll have solved this puzzle. Now, this is also the card, as I said, of Gemini, but it's also the card of new love. And beside that is a card of indecision, not being able to choose. And then beside that is the card of Cancer. So are we finding a situation here for some of you where you have a choice in love? Somebody, maybe a Gemini or a Cancerian, and you're in the middle. Which do I choose? Who do I choose? May not be a love situation. It could be just a choice. Moving ahead with your life, you might have to leave behind either a Cancer or a Gemini and step forward. Now we are leaving behind, for you, Leo, what precedes you is the Cancer, and what precedes Cancer is Gemini. So it's like it's your turn. You're stuck in the middle of their energies, perhaps. Still stuck in the last 2 months, something that happened within the last 2 months that you're still trying to unravel, trying to make sense of. Something that happened in Gemini season, something that's happening in Cancer season. Before you can really go on, you have to fix something, like I said, that happened within the last 2-3 months. But the truth will come, it will come, and I tell you why. You'll be able to make the decision because the lunar eclipse, fueled here by Aquarius card, is going to cut through all of the nonsense that you're undecided about. Yeah, you didn't know what to do, undecided, didn't have all the information, didn't quite know what to do. Yeah, for the last 3 months at least, and now here it comes, the beginning of clarity. The beginning of clarity. Yeah. And she's turning her back to those 3 bottom cards there, turning her back, and she's basically using her sword to cut through. She's drawing the line. She's the one making the incision. She's saying, here we go, hang on, we're cutting this old shit loose and we're starting all over again. Yeah, particularly in relationships. Cutting the old and starting all over again. I love that, Leo. I love it. And I love that you got your beautiful birthday card for the start of your little birthday season. I adore it. I'm sensing here through the cards that you might do well this birthday with some of the gifts, with the Magician there, the other influence there of Hermes. You might get some luxury gifts. You'll get the gift of somebody being very, very sweet to you too, if you're looking for love, or your partner being quite sweet to you. You'll get the gift of having your self-esteem rise more. Because you can't keep a good Leo down. That's something we know for sure. They can keep you down for a while, but they're not going to keep you down forever. And Certainly this month is the great cleanup, where they all get to see you swabbing the decks and cleaning out all of the things that have kept you down. Leo, I'm going to leave it at that. And of course, again, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. I'm excited for your birthday, Leo. And look, if this is I'm going to leave it at this, but if this is the first time seeing these videos, then please subscribe and come to me on Facebook, She-Bear Tarot, or on Instagram or Twitter, and come back next month. Really, come back next month for your birthday, because I want to give you the gift of more birthday cards. Okay, Leo? In the meantime, enjoy all this gorgeous new energy that's coming. Enjoy all the psychic decluttering. And as always, I love you, Leo, and I leave you with a very big birthday kiss. Mwah! See you next month, Leo. Bye.